The Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony for Gal Gadot, the Israeli star of Wonder Woman and Disney's Snow White, descended into chaos Tuesday, a stark reflection of the deeply polarized debate surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The event, intended to celebrate Gadot's illustrious career, became a battleground for competing narratives, highlighting the complexities and sensitivities surrounding the ongoing geopolitical crisis. Dozens of pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli demonstrators converged on the ceremony, transforming the celebratory atmosphere into a tense standoff. Pro-Palestinian protesters, their voices rising above the din, chanted slogans like "Shame on Gal Gadot," "Heroes fight like Palestinians," and "Viva Viva Palestina," their signs a stark visual counterpoint to the celebratory occasion. One particularly poignant sign referenced the recent Oscar-winning documentary exposing Israeli incursions into Palestinian territories, underscoring the deep-seated grievances fueling the protests. The chants, echoing calls for liberation and an end to the occupation, resonated with the intensity of deeply held beliefs. The rhythmic cadence of up with liberation, down with occupation, and the financial pressure implied by not another nickel, not another dime, no more money for Israel's crime, conveyed the gravity of their message. These demonstrations served as a powerful, visible expression of their opposition to Gadot's vocal support for the Israeli military. Simultaneously, pro-Israeli demonstrators countered the pro-Palestinian voices, creating a volatile mix of competing ideologies. The near-equal representation of both sides, with approximately 24 protesters each, underscored the deep divisions surrounding this conflict. The clash between these opposing groups led to police intervention, with several protesters being handcuffed, a visual testament to the escalating tensions. Gadot, a former Israeli soldier, has become a prominent voice in support of Israel, particularly since the October 7 Hamas attacks and the subsequent Israeli military response in Gaza. Her impassioned speech at the Anti-Defamation League's annual summit on March 4 exemplified her unwavering stance. "Never did I imagine that on the streets of the United States and different cities around the world, we would see people not condemning Hamas, but celebrating, justifying, and cheering on a massacre of Jews," she declared, expressing her shock at the global response and perceived media bias. Her comments to Variety before the ceremony further highlighted her decision to become more politically outspoken in the face of what she perceived as unfair criticism and a lack of understanding regarding the October attacks. When people were abducted from their homes, from their beds, men, women, children, elderly, Holocaust survivors were going through the horrors of what happened that day, I could not be silent, she explained. She highlighted the shocking amount of hate she encountered and the feeling that many people commented without fully understanding the situation. The controversy surrounding Gadot extends beyond her personal political views. The highly anticipated release of Snow White, in which she plays the evil queen, has been overshadowed by its own set of controversies. Speculation of a feud between Gadot and co-star Rachel Zegler, a known pro-Palestine activist, intensified after Disney scaled back the film's premiere, limiting media access. Zegler's previous public criticisms of the original 1937 Snow White and her controversial post-election Instagram message targeting Donald Trump and his supporters, although later apologized for, added another layer of complexity to the situation. This incident isn't an isolated case. Last month, similar protests targeted the Hollywood premiere of Captain America, Brave New World, due to the inclusion of the Israeli superhero Sabra, played by Israeli actress Shira Haas. The protests, organized by Palestinian cultural groups, voiced strong objections to what they saw as Disney's tacit endorsement of Israeli policies. Their joint letter condemned the portrayal of Sabra as promoting Israel's brutal oppression of Palestinians, emphasizing the deeply felt resentment and frustration within the Palestinian community. These protests underscore the growing trend of boycotts and public demonstrations targeting Hollywood productions perceived as supporting Israeli policies. The clash at Gal Gadot's Walk of Fame ceremony serves as a potent symbol of the complex and deeply emotional issues at play in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It highlights how seemingly separate spheres, Hollywood celebrity, political activism, and international relations, can collide, creating a volatile mix of protest, counter-protest, and intense public debate. The event raises questions about the role of celebrities in political discourse, the responsibilities of entertainment companies in navigating these sensitive issues, and the enduring power of protest as a tool for expressing deeply held beliefs. The lasting impact of these events will undoubtedly continue to shape the narrative surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and its reflection within the global entertainment industry.